Okay, so this is the case study. All right. It's a personal case study of mine. In 1986, I'd finished school and I was attending a marketing management program, and I was wondering how I was going to make money. Tricky. How am I going to do it, I thought. So I went to the bookstore and bought a book by Napoleon Hill called Think and Grow Rich. It's a small book. It's only about 60 or 70 pages. 7 chapters is what it had. Now, in those days, you used to have what was called mail order. Mail order was where you'd read in a magazine and see a product there, send your check in, and that product would come to you. And Napoleon Hill had written this book to show you how to make millions from mail order. Quite clever, I thought. Quite simple as well, I thought. So I bought the book. Chapter 1 would tell you things like, don't make a product which is too heavy to post. So the other thing was to look at how else or what could you do that you could send via mail order. Thing like a record would probably break. That wouldn't be too clever either. Nowadays you don't get records. So Napoleon Hill talked you through 6 or 7 chapters about how to price the product, mark it up by 5 times its value, etc., etc. And so you would get there. Until I got to chapter 6. And I read it and turned the page to chapter 7. And it was blank. Chapter 7 had nothing on it but the words chapter 7. I was dumbfounded by this. How could this be? Napoleon Hill had let me down. He had taken me through all 6 chapters like that, and yet when it came to the 7th chapter to tell me what to do, I was left astounded. There was nothing. Anyway, I sat with my dad the one day and we went to a pub and we were thinking, what could we do that was light enough to go via mail order, could be marked up by 5 times its value, etc., etc., all the principles that Napoleon Hill had taught. And we came up with an idea, because my dad was in the leather industry at the time, that we could create a leather mat with gold fittings and put somebody's initials at the bottom. We could roll it up and it was easily postable. We could mark it up by 5 times its value. It seemed like a great product idea. And so what we did was create a sample. So we sent the sample to a well-known magazine in Cape Town, and to our astonishment, because I guess I was 18, they decided to sponsor an ad. They were even able to tell us exactly how many replies, well, thereabouts. 220 replies, they said, we'd get. Anyway, we ran the ad, and we ordered the leather, and things were getting ready. We were very nervous because the leather was expensive, and maybe the product wouldn't work. What would we do? The next thing, the magazine was out on the streets and people were buying it. I even bought a copy for myself and cut the advert out just to remember. It was jolly exciting seeing this advert and our product on it. 10 days later, I opened the mailbox and there poured out hundreds of orders. I couldn't believe it. Envelopes filled with checks asking for the product. We were astounded. We were working night and day to try and fulfill the orders. Slowly but surely we did so, and the letters finally came to an end. But we made a really good profit out of that exercise. So why do I tell you this story? Well, I tell it to you because chapter 7 was empty. But when I put that book back down by my bedside table, I could see the words think and grow rich. That's right, think and grow rich. Our idea had made lots of money for us over a 6-week period. So what you need to do is begin to think about opportunities and ideas that can make you make money. See you next time on the next module.